Hi, this is Attila 16 and this is another episode of my campaign. In this battle I'm actually facing a super large army and actually two of them to be more precise, and I have a very tiny force to oppose that. So what I'll do is I'll compensate my small number by deploying only on one side. And what I hope this will do is that it will allow me to perhaps fight efficiently on one side, while on the other side I'll just slow down the enemy. That's the old reflection behind all this. And alright, I'll deploy these here. Now the enemy seem to have a lot of katana kashi, which is a bit of an issue for me, because I don't have that. I only have spearmen, and spearmen will not last long against all this. Alright, so while on one side I'll do this. I will deploy my elite troops here to support my troops against anything which is climbing the wall. And on the other side here I'll deploy my troops to resist briefly but surely. At the same time I really don't have much faith into my troops there. At the same time I don't remember if the enemy has any artillery. If they does, that might be a problem. I guess I'll disembark my general and I'll send him here. So they will fire on the enemy as they come. While here I have 3 units of artillery, which I'll deploy on both sides here. That should help me to suppress the enemy on the side where they are attacking from, hopefully. And if they're not attacking from that side, well, at least that side will be safe, that means. Alright, so, oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's go with this. Alright, artillery will fire on these unit of cavalry. These are Bokai. And just had a really nice burst of artillery on them. Very effective. Now the thing with bow cavalry is that they have a longer range than my rifle units. Okay, so the enemy is mostly attacking from that side here. And yes, that side as well. These are heavy infantry. What I'm checking around for is the enemy general. While here the Boki are wavering, which is a great news. While here I'll redeploy my troops somewhere else. Okay, first unit has been routed. There's supposed to be a reinforcements army coming from somewhere. I guess that's these guys over there. So I'll turn my cannon the other way. And they will hopefully fire on the enemy. But sadly they don't seem to have the range for that. Alright, I think that's enough for that. One side has been cleared. I'll redeploy my troops elsewhere. It's all thanks to my artillery, really. While here, I'll redeploy my different troops. And here, what I wonder about is if I should not perhaps deploy my troops outside the wall to provide support. It might be a little risky though. Alright. Deploying parrot guns. Deploy my troops here. Still don't have any visual on the enemy reinforcements. Well, here I'll send my troops over there. These are spear levy, spear cache. No, that's a little dangerous. I'll just deploy them here, and I'll deploy this unit here like that. That will provide a good suppression fire, hopefully. Well, here I'll turn my artillery attention toward the wall over here. Hopefully they will have an angle. Sadly, they don't seem to have an angle. That side, the enemies seem to be routed. That's a good sign. And I'll move my troops on that side here to provide help to my troops. I'll bring my general here as well. While this unit here, I'll order them to hold the formation. Parrot gun are firing now, finally. Okay, let's see what's happening there. I guess what I'll do is I'll use my cavalry and I'll charge the enemy sword unit. These guys don't seem to be deploying on the wall as I demanded. I'll remind them of these orders. Well, here I'll change my fire toward enemy swordsmen. I'll charge the enemy katana kashi. What are these? Kinsho ninja. That's dangerous. I'll pull back my Yarikashi a little. Well, here I'll fire over there. I'll order my tower to use fire arrows. This might rout a few. Unlikely, but possible. Well, here my troops are shooting toward the enemy. That's a good thing. A few enemies here are wavering. That's a good thing as well. I'll redeploy this unit which is on the wall to support my troops which are engaged in melee. Well, here my cavalry is wavering. I'll pull them back. Well, the good news is that by throwing explosive on my troops, they are also killing their own. That's a very good news, indeed.
Sir, I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Yeah, it might be. I'll support my general then. Really here my purpose is just to reduce as much as possible or let's say increase at as much as possible the amount of losses of the enemy. Because really, as you can see, there's quite a lot of enemy there. Okay, they are attacking my parrot gun now. Well, here I'm trying to repel a few enemies. Well, on that side, my few Levy garrison are still fighting. My parrot guns seem to be still safe. That's a good news. And now I think I'm starting to be a little overwhelmed by the enemy. So what I'll do here is I'll redeploy my elite troops in the back. And I'll order them to kneel fire. At the same time here, what I'll do is I'll order shrapnel shot, which will hopefully hurt a lot the enemy. Well, on that side, my troops seem to have been defeated. So I'll deploy my general unit here. And my elite troops seem to be engaged a little by the enemy Katana Kashi. So they have trouble to regroup. Right, I'll go over there and I'll use my pistols. And now normally my troops should be able to regroup. And here I'll order my different cannons to fire to the enemy melee.
Sir, an entire unit is dead, sir.
Oh, what's that? Few Yarikashi which are engaging my troops. I'll redeploy my general to face these enemies. It's good that my elite troops do not stand a chance there. But they will be firing to kill a few, I guess. That's good enough. They are getting overwhelmed from our side. I'll boost a little my troops.
Sir, an entire unit is dead, sir.
But now there's only a few more seconds before the defeat. And it's really hard to tell what unit is with who. My generals seem to be routing a few. But now it's a defeat and my general was still fighting. Same with my elite unit, but there was just way too many of the enemies. So I just lost Kyoto, which is unfortunate, but I'll take it back. Alright, so that was a close defeat. I lost 1,000... No, actually, yeah. I did lose 1,230 soldiers, while I killed 1,266 enemies. So I killed a few more. But at the same time I lost Yamashiro, which is Kyoto. So that's a bit of a pain. Alright, I'm being besieged. I think I won't have much choice but to destroy all those fleet around my place. It's really nonsense. Too many of them. And let's see what else can I do here. Well, I guess I'll ask for external advisors. And okay, that's pretty much it for here. Well, here I'll try again to chase down this enemy army, which is a pain. And he keeps evading me just by a few points on my own territory, which is really irritating. At the same time, what's going on over there? I'll go check my army, which is all the way over here. And I think I should be able to attack Kosuke. So I'll send my ninja to help my army here. I'll scout around to see if there's no enemy army here. I'll try to sabotage them, which is a great news because now they cannot react to my army here. So I'll be able to loot in peace that region, perhaps, depending what kind of defense there is here. Seems pretty weak. Well, here I need to reorganize my force in order to counterattack. So I'll merge my different armies. And I guess I'll just send my fleet all over the place, perhaps. Actually, it's all way too damaged. So I'll destroy them instead. It's just a waste. Okay, what else is going on here? I have one ship and it's damaged, but I can probably defeat these two fleet here. Oh well. Alright, so ending the turn. I think what I'll do here is I'll just concentrate on perhaps capturing Musashi. And by doing so I hope to hold it against overwhelming odds in that region. And while this will attract all the enemy armies, I'll build up an army and try to pursue the enemy. Decisive victory, that's a good thing. Gets rid of multiple enemy fleet. I really wish my allies would do more in terms of sea battle, because right now the enemies seem to be winning the sea battle side. At the same time, I have the technology to beat them all. It's just that the number of ships is just no fun. Alright, many ships. There's way too many ships in this game. It's crazy. Reminds me of, I think it was Empire Total War. I don't know. There was a Total War where there was so many ships. It was crazy. They had to rebalance the whole thing. I think that was Empire, yeah. Well, we still have the same issue here. Too many ships. And they're not even good. They're just annoying. Imperial Champion. They want me to bribe an enemy army. Can bribe these. Oh, it did work. And what does that do? Okay. It's a pretty useless reward. There are so many ships. It's crazy. And the worst part is that they don't stand a chance when I fight them. It's just that there are too many of them. Okay, I'll try to fix my different thing around here. And okay, let's go back to over here and see what happened there. Alright, so I'll be able to loot this place, which is a great news indeed. I'll fix it here. My goal here will be to refill a little my troops, because I lost quite a bit. And at the same time, I'll try to slow down the enemy armies by sabotaging them. Ah, fail, sadly. So if I just stay one turn here, that should be fine. At the same time, here is Musashi, which is my objective. And here I have a new army, which used to be owned by the enemy. I think I'll fire most of them. Okay, now I'll do a tour of my province in order to fix everything that was broken by the enemy. Okay, need to fix the port there. It's just crazy all day, bro. And I think my strategy will be to chase down all these enemies, but using lighter ship. That sounds like a better idea than big ships right now. So I'll make a tour of my different port and I'll try to produce light ship. Like that. And because right now I have the most advanced armor piercing shells, so that's an edge I have. And what that means is that perhaps even with small ship I will be able to destroy their big ships. It's all a question of perhaps the amount of cannons there, but we'll see. I'll try that strategy. Might ward it. Okay, I think I will have to build up a railway. Sound like a plan. No, this is not even... Alright, I'll develop my economic asset here. And perhaps what I'll do is I'll bring my fleet from port to port and I'll produce a couple of troops around there. Really don't know what's the difference between those two units. Doesn't seem to be major. Yeah, the Kietai seem better than the White Bear infantry. So I'll produce Kietai infantry. And in other place I'll produce, here I should produce economic asset. And how about here? I'll produce economic asset perhaps. No, I'll produce police station. I'll check my different taxes. I'll produce some line infantry here. Build up my force. And now I'll end the turn. Perhaps there's some diplomacy stuff I can do. Doesn't seem so. Alright, what can I do with this guy here? Subterfuge. Campaign map, line of sight, not useful. He's on an island, doesn't need line of sight there. Okay, ending the turn. Now what I wonder about is the province I just captured all the way up north with my elite army. Will I lose it or no? It seems that the enemies are actually out of range to attack it, so that's good news. And this also allows me to build up my force. I think what I'll do there is I'll probably just hold the fort I have, well the city I have, because the black faction decided not to take action. And there's also the pro-Shogunate army which is nearby, so that means that these guys are actually a threat to me. At the same time there's those Odara which are all over the place. Need to get rid of them. And even near me are bomb. Is that my no, that's not my capital. Or is it? I'm not sure. Oh, this is so long. Here it doesn't have the force to necessary to capture my town. Alright, so let's see. Well, I guess this will be an interesting test. So I have a single ship with 40 cannons, and I'll try to defeat this. That will be the battle for the next episode, so check it out. That will be very curious.